Welcome, everyone, to this exhilarating video. Get ready to embark on an unforgettable journey of knowledge, inspiration, and entertainment. Together, let's dive deep, challenge boundaries, and unlock the door to endless possibilities. Let the adventure begin. Introduction. Apple has lost an appeal in London against a ruling that it infringed on a patent held by Optis Cellular Networks. The ruling could have implications for Apple's 5G products. What happened? Optis Cellular Networks is a patent licensing company that owns a number of patents related to 4G technology. In 2019, Optis sued Apple, alleging that Apple's iPhones and iPads infringe on one of its patents. The case went to trial in London in 2021, and the judge ruled in favor of Optis. Apple appealed the ruling, but the Court of Appeal has now upheld the original ruling. Background. The patent in question is for a method of transmitting data over a wireless network. The method is known as OFDM, which stands for Orthogonal Frequency Division Multiplexing. OFDM is a widely used method for transmitting data over 4G networks. Apple argued that it did not infringe on Optis' patent because it used a different method of transmitting data. However, the judge ruled that Apple's method was substantially similar to Optis' patent. History of the dispute. The dispute between Apple and Optis has been going on for several years. In 2014, Optis first sued Apple in the United States. The case was eventually settled in 2017, with Apple agreeing to pay Optis a licensing fee. However, Optis was not satisfied with the settlement agreement. In 2019, Optis filed a new lawsuit against Apple in the UK. This lawsuit alleged that Apple's iPhones and iPads infringed on Optis' patents. The case went to trial in London in 2021, and the judge ruled in favor of Optis. Apple appealed the ruling, but the Court of Appeal has now upheld the original ruling. Implications for Apple. The ruling means that Apple could be liable to pay Optis damages. The amount of damages will be determined at a later date. The ruling could also have implications for Apple's 5G products. 5G is a newer technology than 4G, but it uses some of the same underlying technologies. It is possible that Apple's 5G products could also infringe on Optis' patents. Implications for the tech industry. The ruling could have implications for the tech industry as a whole. It could make it more difficult for tech companies to innovate, as they could be sued for infringing on patents held by other companies. It could also lead to higher prices for consumers, as tech companies may pass on the cost of patent licensing to consumers. Analysis. The ruling in the Apple vs. Optis patent dispute is a significant development in the tech industry. It could have implications for Apple's 5G products and for the tech industry as a whole. The ruling could make it more difficult for tech companies to innovate, as they could be sued for infringing on patents held by other companies. This could stifle innovation in the tech industry, as companies may be less likely to take risks if they fear being sued for patent infringement. The ruling could also lead to higher prices for consumers, as tech companies may pass on the cost of patent licensing to consumers. This could make it more difficult for consumers to afford the latest tech products. Impact on the future of technology. The ruling in the Apple vs. Optis patent dispute could have a significant impact on the future of technology. If the ruling is allowed to stand, it could make it more difficult for tech companies to innovate. This could stifle innovation in the tech industry, which could lead to slower economic growth and fewer new products and services for consumers. The ruling could also lead to higher prices for consumers. If tech companies are forced to pay higher licensing fees to patent holders, they may pass those costs on to consumers. This could make it more difficult for consumers to afford the latest tech products. Conclusion. The ruling in the Apple vs. Optis patent dispute is a complex issue with far-reaching implications. It is too early to say what the full impact of the ruling will be. but it is clear that it could have a significant impact on the tech industry. Thank you for joining Tidbits Hub. If you enjoyed the video, please support us by subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. Your engagement fuels our growth and inspires us to create more amazing content. We value your presence in our community and eagerly anticipate your return for our next video.